Hey everybody, we're going to get to your free pick in a minute here, but before we do that, don't forget like, share, subscribe, drop in the comment section how you feel about this video, and also, if you're new customers to DocSports, head over to DocSports.com/free60. That's where you get a free $60 account. If you're new to Docs, there's a link in the description of the video. It's easy peasy. Sign up, free $60 account. Good luck unless you're against us. Here's your free NFL play.
We're going to wrap this up with the AFC West Division winner odds. I am Robert Ferringo. I am here with my main man, Raphael Esparza. We are two of the top handicappers at DocSports.com. Raphael, the AFC West is probably, maybe it has passed the AFC North as the best division in the AFC. You think so? Or do you think the AFC is still top dog? Excuse me, the AFC North is still the top dog.
Oh, I would say AFC North is still a top dog because last time I checked, the Raiders play. I'm going to do a step backwards. Why are the Raiders should be plus 20,000 or 2,000? Why are the 15-1? Really? Just because Tom Brady has an offense there? An offense? No, give me a. Well, he is dating Sofia Vergara. Man, this guy wins on everything. But no, I just don't see the Raiders should be a much worse number than they are.
Okay, you brought up the odds. We'll get right to it. Kansas City is a minus 120 favorite to win the AFC West, followed by the Chargers in second place at plus 300, Denver nipping at their heels at plus 325, and then the Las Vegas Raiders at plus 1,500. I absolutely agree with you that their number should probably be double that. The division that I am comparing the West to, the AFC North, has, a minus money line favorite in Baltimore, two close together underdogs nipping at their heels in Cincinnati and Pittsburgh, comparable to what the Chargers and Broncos are doing to the Chiefs, and then the 30-1 Cleveland Browns compared to the Raiders at 15-1. And I mean, honestly, they've been two of the biggest joke franchises in the NFL for the better part of the last 40 years. Oh, yeah, except for those few years when Cleveland didn't have a franchise. So I agree with you. The idea of Vegas only pulling 15-1 odds when they would have to leapfrog three obviously better teams with them. But, Raphael, you understand how numbers are set, why they're set where they are. The Raiders are only 15-1 instead of 30-1 because the Vegas books know that they're going to pull a lot of homer money, right? And they don't want to overexpose themselves to the locals who all come in and throw 50, 100, 300 bucks on their hometown team. Do you feel like that's why they're only 15-1, where more appropriate odds would be probably closer to 25 or 30-1?
Yeah, and I'm serious. I think the Brady effect has a lot to do with it as well. So even though he's not going to be on the sidelines or stuff like that, but I think the Brady effect pretty much on it. Are they going to be much improved? Yes, they're going to be improved from last year, but they're not. I'm sorry. There's three. I'll tell you this right now. The Chiefs aren't winning this division. I know I just leapfrog a whole bunch of stuff on this one, but I do not see them winning this division. But I don't see the Raiders coming close to winning this division.
Well, with the Raiders, maybe it's not as much the Tom Brady effect as it is the Pete Carroll effect.
Good point.
Showing a lot of deference to him and a lot of respect that he gets for what he's accomplished.
100%, you're correct. But
okay.
Both of them give a good effect.
Well, listen, you flashed the headline, so I'm not gonna go away from that. You're saying Kansas City isn't going to win this division. Okay. No. My question to you initially was going to be, why isn't this the easiest bet of any of these division odds winners? Kansas City went 15-2 last year. They made it to another Super Bowl. They have won this division 9 straight times. Last year at this time, they were minus 270 to win the division. Now they're only minus 120. How isn't this just an automatic bet on Kansas City? And one of those things where, okay, they've won it 9 straight times. You're getting great money line value on them. If they don't win it, you just kind of throw your hand. And you're getting Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, one of the preeminent quarterback coach combinations in NFL history, where you bet this, and if it doesn't come through, you're just like, hey, I bet on Patrick Mahomes and lost. You feel like you can feel good about that even if you lose. So what is it about this that makes you think that this is a sucker play?
I think the Chargers and Broncos are nipping. Both of them are nipping at the Chiefs dynasty. And last time I checked, last picture I saw, Patrick Mahomes' chest looks like Andy Reid's chest. Do a sit-up. Go on, eat a salad. Do something. I mean, I'm just not sold. Kelsey's gotten older. Mahomes is getting old. Don't forget he had a bad wheel towards the end of the season. Yeah, they made it to the Super Bowl. Their offensive line is still going to be question mark. They still don't have that key offensive weapon besides old man Kelsey. Get married, get engaged, do something. I just don't see this team being a division winner. I'm torn who's going to win the division, though. I don't know if it's going to be the Chargers or Broncos. I think it's great value on both, 3-1 and plus 350 that you can shop around and get the Broncos.
Okay. So, I'm a big futures player. I already know my 8-unit futures bet is going to be that I'm going to release on the site. Love season win totals in college and the pros. I study a lot of preseason statistics, not preseason betting, but before the season. I put a lot of time into this. And I can tell you, over the last 30 years, there are some guys that just defy the laws of mathematics when it comes to NFL betting. Okay, Tom Brady was one of those guys. When you look at the amount of times that the New England Patriots went over their season win total, which was often one of the highest season win totals on the board, it was ridiculous. Peyton Manning was one of those guys. Their season win total would be 12.5. They'd win 14 games. It'd be 13. They'd win 14 games. It'd be 11.5. They'd win 12, 13 games. Aaron Rodgers is another one of these guys. His record against Vegas season win totals is just ridiculous. And Patrick Mahomes is another guy who just beats his number every year. Ho hum. They can't be as good as they were last year, right? They have to come back to earth. All of these statistical measurements suggest that they can't sustain this rate in one-score games and turnovers, injury, all this stuff, but they just do it every single year. So, make me the case, not why somebody will catch them, but why Kansas City will fall apart.
You watched the Super Bowl? I mean, I think you did.
Mm-hmm.
They got exposed badly. All those teams that you mentioned did not lose a Super Bowl like how the Chiefs lost that Super Bowl. I think that's why I think that was a sign of the times. I could be wrong. We could be coming back next year and I'll be like, hey, I was dead wrong. Congratulations to the Chiefs. Congratulations to Fat Mahomes. You proved me wrong. But no, I just think the defense of Denver, the run game of the Chargers, the Harbaugh effect, a second year coming out of Chargers. Peyton finally get the Saints name out of his mouth now. He gets to talk about the defense and the quarterback. He's a Bronco now. Like last year, I don't know how many times I'd watch a Denver Bronco game and the word Saints will come out of the announcer's mouth. I don't want to hear that this year. So I just think those two teams are nipping on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Listen,
name me two teams that nipped in the New England when New England was dominating. Nobody.
Nobody. That division was full.
This division has two.
Okay, in Patrick Mahomes' defense, and I can say this definitively from experience, the camera does add 10 pounds. Okay, I actually
put a shirt on. I don't take pictures of my shirt bigger. On.
I have two on. I have two on because for that very reason. Okay, then if you think that the Chiefs aren't going to win the division, okay, we have established that. You got $500 to play. How are you playing it? And we've already thrown out the Raiders. How are you playing that $500 with the Chargers and Broncos? Are you splitting it 250? Are you putting 400 on one, 100 on the other? Are you putting all 500 on?
I don't know.
And playing for that big 3-1 payout? How would you take $500 and play it in this division?
July 11th, right now,
I
would probably put a little bit more on the Broncos just because of their defense.
What's a little bit more? I just gave you $500. You tell me how you're going to.
I would say 3 and 2, 300 on the Broncos and 2 on the Chargers. But at the same time, I don't know how many times Jim Harbaugh gave me the finger when he was at Michigan when I would bet against him, and he could do it to me this year with the Chargers. So I'm going with defense. And the way I saw Denver play defense last year, I have to give them a little bit edge. So that's why I would say 300, 200.
Yeah, I think Jim Harbaugh is a winner. He's been a winner everywhere he's been. He's going to be a winner with the Chargers, and the fact that they have one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. They're going to be successful there. However, I'm not as high on the Chargers because last year they played kind of a comically easy schedule. If you go back and go through LA's regular season schedule, it was a joke. It was a who's who of just really bad teams. So I think they're going to face some stiffer tests here. But let me ask you straight away, you know, betting on the Chargers and Broncos to win the division, is it more just, look, this is what the value says, you're giving me 3-1, or so this is a numbers play, or is this I really like these teams. Like I'm looking.
I really like these teams.
I'm looking what's on the field, not what's on the book board.
I really like these teams because all I can think about when I see Kansas City is I can think about how the Eagles had no issue with them whatsoever. And then I think I look at two teams that have coaches and defense that both coaches want to establish themselves in the NFL. Peyton wants to get the Saints Super Bowl. I can win another Super Bowl besides going to New Orleans. We got the Harbaugh. I can win a Super Bowl, not a national championship. We have two head coaches that are eager to wipe out the king of that division. And I just think that division of the Chiefs is getting much older.
Would you categorize this as kind of a trap line on Kansas City? Do you think that?
Oh, yeah.
That the books are just baiting action.
Yeah, but the books, this is the New England effect. Every year, everyone was trying to beat New England, not bet against them. Like, oh, this Tom Brady in his youth when he was in his prime, greatest quarterback, blah, blah, blah. They weren't betting with him. They were betting against him. They wanted him to lose. This is the Michael Jordan effect. This is the bad boys trying to beat the Bulls. So, yes, that's why they're minus 130 on total season wins at 11.5. So, yeah, I agree. And I said, if I am wrong, July 12th of next year, I don't think it's a leap year next year, I would say, hey, you know what, Fat Mahomes, I was dead wrong.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You're right. They were trying to bet against them, and they were trying to beat them, and they didn't. Like all that guy did was win division titles. All that guy did was cash NFC champion tickets. All that guy did was beat his season win total over and over and over and over again. So for me, I'm the opposite.
I'm not categorizing. I think Brady's far ahead of Patrick Mahomes. That's another thing.
Oh, he is. That's unquestionable. I'm just saying from a betting perspective on how successful they were at the window, not on the field. And so for me, it's almost like I lived through it once with Brady. I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. So I would take Kansas City. I would take Kansas City, and I would feel really good about it because, like I said, if you bet Kansas City to win this division at minus 120, I think you're getting great value. And if you do lose, you know, because what if Bo Nix regresses like CJ Stroud did? Like every quarterback, you know, ever. They call it the sophomore slump is real for a reason, right? Like, what if Bo Nix regresses? What if the Chargers have a problem stepping up against, you know, tougher competition? The Raiders are still the Raiders. I would feel foolish if I bet on Denver or the Chargers, and then the Chiefs, you know, go 13-4 and win the division by 3 games and whatever. Versus if I bet on the Chiefs and Denver wins 14 games, it's almost like, all right, I tip my hat to you. They had a great year. I lost my bet, and that's it. Where I just feel bad. Just give me the best player. Give me the best player, and then give me the best coach. And at these odds, I feel really, really comfortable with that. So that's good. We disagree. That's why we do these things. It is your money out there, people that are watching. So you get to decide who you agree with and what to do with it. So that wraps up What Are the Odds? Thank you. We went a little long today, but hopefully you appreciated the statistical analysis and the insight.
And the Fat Mahomes joke.
And the Fat Mahomes.
Yeah, the Fat Mahomes
jokes.
Put a shirt
all
on.
That good stuff. As I mentioned, we will be back next week with the NFC Divisional Odds Preview Breakdown. Until then, carpe diem. Good luck.